That was fine. He just, he said that was fine. So it's 5 o'clock, and we're gonna start this work session. Real quickly, just so you know, you'll look for the press release that should come out here pretty soon. The city landfill on PFAS results did come back, and we have those results. For you guys, it's a trace amount. It's nothing significant that we would have to cap or remediate the dump, so that's good on our part. As far as fate and transport, it's just a part of the picture, and it'll be looked into further. We'll keep studying it and keep looking. Spoke with the DNR today, and even some local industry, just to give them some of the good news that way, so that we're set, just so you understand where that is. Next, this workshop is basically just the discussion of the administrator research, search and how we're doing and what we're doing with it. Basically, I'm gonna give you an update on it. From there, I'm gonna ask for action to be taken on December 28th so that we can move the process along next with what needs to happen. If you have any input on that, I don't see Gerald joining us either. We set up Zoom for Gerald and for Steve if we needed him, the attorney, but I discussed with Steve what I was gonna say tonight, so he didn't need to worry about it at all. This here in front of me is the packet of information of which we've collected from other resources and/or there are resumes in there, and there are also whatever. It's not good practice to go through these resumes as a whole group. That being the case, we also, January 4th, we've hired a HR generalist and coordinator, extremely talented lady that will help us through the process that way. That being the case, I handed out a packet that everybody decided we would like to look for an external source to vet the direction of what we're doing with this. The one I picked was Rick Hermes, who I knew, who passed it on to, I believe it's Henry, is that correct? The second guy in there? If anybody wants to say his name, that will do the process with us. The proposal came in as a total price of $11,000, whatever. For me to go through this with Rick Hermes or with Henry would cost us money anyway. So what I would like to do on Monday is say the total proposal they have is for $11,000. Can you read the number? $11,526. Yeah. If we got a motion, yeah, turn your mic on so it's on Zoom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's for $11,526.
Now, this is a substantial deduction already from the 2025 that we've paid in the past. That being the case, I would like a motion for that to not exceed. Now, then, instead of giving them this packet, trying to figure out what we don't have to pay for, then I can give them the packet. There'll be less hours. We'll have it divvied up into the parts, so that then they can reduce it in the hour fundage, and you can see it, basically it's $113 an hour to go through it. I'd like to speed up the timeline, is another motion from the council, to have it done by March, if we can, the invitation and or otherwise. And when it comes to external possibilities of them reaching out to people, that would just be people that they significantly know would do the good job. Otherwise, we're gonna go through the 11 applicants we have at this point also with their process. That's where I see we've done our process with the people that have applied for sure, and we'll look at. And then also, if they have somebody significant that they know, they can throw them in the bunch.
So are you saying we'd have someone hired by March, or they're just gonna go through their process by March?
Well, they would go through their process by March, but if you look at the last part of their process, it's negotiate a contract too. That being the case, I think we're in a good position to negotiate a contract with all these people. They've, one, already come to us.
Yeah.
Number two, I don't see it as nearly as large of a deal as it's been in the past. And I know that I could be naive, that there's always could be stuff that slows it down. That's why you give it to McMahon Group to work with, is so that it gets done in totality. So does that make sense?
I don't see it being nearly the problem it was before for like a variety of reasons.
Right. It's substantial. One is just to be out in the open and have those things. Yet even with our HR person, had our HR person came on earlier, we could have moved this process up faster. It's just how it was when we filled positions. So she starts January 4th, and this will be on her desk immediately with Mr. Henry's name and we will whittle down the price as much as we can, but if we already have a motion to take it to 11 to not exceed, that covers everything anyway at that point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Heck, it took me a long time just to go through my desk to find out where every part of this was. Oh, I appreciate your time. I wanted to do it as a work session. Tom asked for it. He's not here. Gerald wanted to put the resumes in front of everybody. I wanted to make sure that was or should not happen. And basically, if he wants to ask now again, and he'll be asking Doreen, who's our HR person, if that's good practice, not us. We've never run through this process that way, nor should we. And so having that final stamp by the process of reaching out with McMahon Group and reaching out with Doreen as far as cleaning up in-house what we're doing, it should be good.
So would it be prudent to have timelines set with motions as well, or not? Meaning by this, the
Their
second meeting
proposal, right.
in January, having
Their
it
proposals,
whittled down to like 4 candidates or something, or,
yeah, and that might be able to happen faster.
Okay.
And that's dependent upon, look up the guy's name.
he's got my
Rick-
packet.
Okay, it's Rick Hermes, and then the second guy's gonna actually work on the project. Turn your light on, or it's Henry.
Henry B. Veliker.
Yeah. So he'll be the one working with us on this. We'll get a hold of him after Monday and say, you've been awarded the contract up to 11,000. We want to chip down. We've done a substantial amount of that work. Will you come up here? And there'll be a travel day. I'm not going to plan on having him travel up here until I have Doreen also. So that way together as a group, we can put together the product moving forward with a timeline. 2 months is very, very short driven, but I don't think they understand the months of work we've done prior to.
Right.
So that's why. If it takes long, you always set a goal, and then where you end up is where you end up. But I would really like to see this wrapped up in that time. You're talking about an interview process from picking from these candidates and any more that they want to throw in that they know personally or whether they represent or not. They can be a part of our interviewing process or whatever, and we'll vet them that way. But I think they should be professionally vetted through their resumes and whatever, and also looked at that way.
Okay.
Is there any part of the proposal packet that you do not like?
No.
So we're all in agreement that the proposal looks good. Okay. Work sessions helped me because it wasn't just me deciding it or bringing it forth on Monday's council meeting saying, this is what I want. This are reasonable expectations of what we're doing, what we're getting, and how to get there. So we're all good with that? Any questions of me?
Nope.
Oh, that was fast. Thank you all for coming.